Jamie Dornan suddenly confessed that he had feelings for Dakota the first time they acted together. In 2013, when Universal Pictures announced the project to adapt the controversial novel series 50 Shades of Grey, the entire film world was shocked. And when Jamie Dornan was chosen to play Christian Grey to replace Charlie Hunnam at the last minute, many people were skeptical. Jamie was still quite new at that time. Besides his handsome looks and modeling experience, he did not have many impressive roles. And Dakota Johnson, the daughter of Melanie Griffith and Don Johnson, a gentle, intelligent girl, famous enough to attract attention but new enough to arouse curiosity. The first day they met at the chemistry test, the whole film crew was surprised. No one said a word, but everyone felt something happened in that small room, something that could not be named, only knowing that they had it. 10 years later, when asked about that moment on a TV show, Jamie Dornan suddenly confessed. "I'll be honest, I had feelings for Dakota from the first time I acted with her. There was something in her eyes that I couldn't take my eyes off." Heartbroken. At that time, Jamie was married to Amelia Warner, a talented musician who always silently supported him. He was a husband, a father. And Dakota, single, free and so beautiful that it made people forget to breathe. During filming, they were forced to create controlled intimacy, hot scenes meticulously staged by director Sam Taylor Johnson, but no one could stage real emotions. Dakota once shared, "We had to do a lot of extremely awkward things. But Jamie always made me feel safe. He made me trust him." As for Jamie, that year, in a reserved interview, he only said, "Dakota is the ideal co-star. There are things that cannot be rehearsed, and she makes me believe that the scene is real." However, behind the stage lights, when the performance ended, Jamie quietly left the set, avoiding all personal interactions. He never had dinner alone with Dakota, never texted outside of work, and always made sure no one thought there was anything more than friendship between them. Silence, his way of protecting both. After the success of the first part, the series continued with 2 sequels. The pressure from the media increased. Questions about the chemistry between Jamie and Dakota made them often have to answer interviews together. Once, a reporter asked directly, "Jamie, was there a time when you felt like you had real feelings for Dakota?" Jamie smiled, raising his eyebrows. "I'm an actor. If I make you believe me, then it's good acting. If not, maybe I should change careers." Dakota sat next to him, smiling but saying nothing. Her slight nod was like they were sharing a secret that didn't need to be said, but the truth was, Jamie felt it was real. Very real. Confession after 10 years. In May 2025, Jamie Dornan appeared on a podcast called Truth in Shadows, where celebrities share secrets they've never shared publicly. The host asked, "Is there anything you want to say about 50 Shades that you've never said in any other interview?" Jamie was silent. After a moment, he said, his voice dropping, "I had feelings for Dakota. Ever since the first time we did it together." The studio fell silent. Jamie continued, "At the time, I didn't allow myself to admit it. I had a family, I loved my wife, and I thought that feeling was just a product of circumstance. But I was wrong." The host paused and asked, "Did you tell Dakota that?" Jamie chuckled. "No. To this day, I think this is the first time she's heard it, if she's listening." Dakota's reaction. Soon after the podcast was released, the media exploded. Newspaper headlines ran, "Jamie Dornan admits he was in love with Dakota Johnson. Finally, the legendary chemistry is explained." Dakota didn't know about Jamie's feelings. Until today, Dakota remained silent. But 2 weeks later, she appeared on Actors with Florence Pugh. Asked about Jamie's confession, Dakota laughed and shrugged. "I don't know what to say. I think I felt something too, but we both kept quiet, because it was the right thing to do. Maybe, at a different point in our lives, things would have been different," Florence asked. "What about now, if he had no more ties?" Dakota chuckled. "Who knows what the future holds?" Reunited, no more roles. 3 months after the shocking confession, Jamie and Dakota appeared together at the 2025 Telluride Film Festival, the first time in nearly 5 years that they had not shared the stage. They presented an independent film project called Still Waters, a light-hearted romance, no sex scenes, no fighting, just two lonely people finding each other. During the press conference, a reporter asked, "Is the love in the film real this time or is it still acting?" Dakota looked at Jamie, he looked back at her. And for once, they didn't shy away. Jamie replied, "If it's 10 years before, I would say forum. Now, I think it's a second chance." Dakota nodded. "There's no forum here. We're just ourselves. What's left behind the lights." Since then, Jamie and Dakota have not confirmed that they're dating, but they haven't avoided each other either. Photos of them walking around New York together, having dinner with friends, and attending a colleague's wedding have gone viral. When asked in an interview, "Do you regret not saying it sooner?" Jamie replied, "I don't regret anything. Everything comes at the right time. If I said it sooner, I might have hurt someone. Now, I just want to live honestly," Dakota, in a separate article in the Gentlewoman magazine, shared. "Maybe I always knew, but I also know that love is more than just a feeling. Sometimes, love is also waiting. Quiet, but not hidden." One morning in early fall 2026, Jamie and Dakota were seen walking together in Hyde Park, no paparazzi, no support, no hygiene. They were just two people walking a long road together, hand in hand. They didn't need to identify. They didn't need to post photos. They didn't need to make an official statement. Because they had walked through the lights, through the roles, through the years of silence, and arrived at a place where there was only truth, not the media truth, but the truth that was in their hearts.